Alas, princes, princesses, knaves, wenches, and all assorted others, join us as crowd surfing attends ye Renaissance Fair. I am your host today, Craig. No, I am Sir Loin of Beef. That is my name, and I'm welcoming you to the Renaissance Fair. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to wear this, and we're going to find out why people are here and why it's so much fun. And I hope you're coming along because I ain't doing this for just me, okay? Crowd surfing, Renaissance Fair, you're here.
Would you look at those knees? Are you from Scotland? Your kilt is split.
Well, take a look at this knee right there.
Well,
Tis a wound earned on the battlefield, fair lady.
Indeed, Sir Knight, I can see you serve our kingdom well. You may stay in your ungodly attire.
There you go, right here. What do you think? Was that a mace or a sword or a lance?
I would say it was a lancet. I would not be speaking about whether you had a boil upon your knee. I know not your habits or whether you've been plagued, but it could not possibly be a lance, or you would not be here speaking with us. And God save you, here you are. So I think that it was but a lancet as opposed to a lance.
There you have it, dissed properly by the Queen on my wound. I thought I'd been hurt pretty badly, but apparently not. There's much worse around here. 'Tis but a scratch.
Well, wait till you see what the knights are willing to do for the honor of king, queen, and country. They beat themselves nigh unto a knightly pulp, which we shall see forthwith.
So let's talk about this as we're looking through this. What are we looking at here? What is that? Is chainmail?
This is chainmail, and it was hand hooked together. You can see that it actually does have a little bit of a little bend in there. So it's put together. I'm sure this shirt took. I want to say it took at least 10 hours, absolute minimum.
I would say at least.
At least. It's fairly heavy. It's substantial. It is steel.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, I kind of, held it with my hand like this for a second.
Bring out your dead! You don't look so good, Sue. I'm not dead yet. Hurry it up, I'm not coming back till Thursday.
I think this is my first interview including the word nigh. I just don't remember doing a lot of these on that. Tell us about the Renaissance Festival. I almost said Renaissance Fair, but it's Renaissance Festival and I'm trying to make sure I get this right. And Fantasy Fair.
Well, absolutely, because one can have any number of fantasies while at the fair. It is the merry month of May, and we love to have people come and enjoy every weekend. This is the very first weekend, and we continue not every weekend in May, but for the next 3 following this weekend. So any chance you get to come up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, make merry, see the nightly tournament, enjoy a turkey leg, feast upon some mead. We have one of our sponsors is Wasatch Beers for the very first time. So we have a microbrewery in the Queen's favor because, as you know, back then 'twas more dangerous to drink the water than to drink the beer.
Correct. Okay. This is the kind of thing that I want to wear to the office. Like every day. Do you have it like a
power suit? Yeah. That is a power suit.
You have a tie to go with it?
I'm sure I can find one.
Yeah, all right. So what are we putting me in?
If you're feeling the chainmail, we'll put you in the chainmail.
Really?
Yeah, or we can get you some leather armor.
I think this is more me, I think. Is this
more you?
Yeah, wait a minute. What's this part right here?
Defense.
You have given me a hankering for a tankard of ale as we speak. No, it's mead.
Well,
you know what? Explain to people out there who may not know what mead is.
Well, in the land of Deseret, it is true that there are those who look askance at drinking anything with alcohol in it. But in the day, it truly was a safer beverage. Mead is fermented honey, one of the most ancient of drinks. And beer, of course, is fermented grain. And the fine lords of Wasatch and the Dukes of Golden Distributing have blessed us with so much good libations that we've been enjoying ourselves after hours tremendously.
Ah, I see. For I am forbidden to drink fermentation of grape or grain. But they didn't say anything about honey. I'm in the clear.
Indeed, sir. And with our vast and poor wound, we must comfort you as best we can.
I like this already. You know what? I am having a riot here, and I've been here like 5 minutes, something like that. How many people come out to this event?
Thousands. I have not yet taken the measure, but it increases every weekend. Nevertheless, we have room and to spare. There are so many things to see and to shop and to have fun with, activities for the children, 7 nightly virtues. So if you bring your young ones, you can educate them. I will be happy to tell them the history of England as I know it.
Wow.
And they can talk to centurions of the Roman conquest era. So it's not just something to have fun, but it can also be educational as well as very enjoyable.
Or if you're feeling like a holy man.
I'm for the leather. Let's do the leather. Yeah.
I'm for the leather as well. Let's do
Okay.
it.
I shall rid myself of this evil-haired covering with who knows what kind of ruin upon it. And next we shall... Must I strippeth my golf shirt away? This is not going to be pretty television.
Well, I'm on it, so yes, it is. Let's see.
And the best part is the history's a lot shorter in your version because it hasn't been as long, right?
Well, I can cut to the interesting parts, to be sure.
Yeah. Okay, so give us a way that people can find out about this. Do you have a website? I know such is sorcery. Don't speak of the web, but I mean, do you?
Well, assuming the Spanish Inquisition is not listening, it is sufficient to go to utahrenfest.com. All the information is there. You can even purchase tickets online. Or if you just fancy to come up just one exit past Ogden, that's this quaint little place called Marriott Slaterville is where we are hosting the Utah Renaissance Fair, and that's where you can come and enjoy yourself for a day and stay for the nights.
I must admit, fair lady, that I am twice smitten over by you.
I would hope thrice if you stay a little longer.
I think we'll put this underneath just to give you a nice covering, because this can be a little heavy,
Okay.
a little burdensome on the skin.
Okay.
Put this over the top.
What do you guys think, huh? We're going to find out in just a moment here. I mean, do you have like a dressing room?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay, good. I was
we'll
a
give you
little worried.
privacy.
Okay, I was a little worried. What if I need some help? I mean, can I yell out or something?
Absolutely.
How am I going to wear this? This is like 80 pounds.
That's about standard.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Did you know you were on television?
I know that my soul is being stolen, but according to the Pope, I have none as a Protestant queen, so I took the risk.
Well, stolen soul, stolen heart, right here. I'm telling you, this is one nice lady. This is a lot of fun out here so far, and you know, I don't care if you made fun of my wound. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't.
We shall dress you according to your standards, sir. We shall find you something noble to wear.
Woohoo! Noble! I'm a nobleman.
We shall indeed fit you to your heart as to your outside.
It wasn't very noble, was it? I mean, noblemen don't act like that. They're just like, thank you, my lady. I shall accept your honor.
That was very nicely done, and I thank you.
I'm going to be so tired by the time this is over.
We are a medieval reenactment society. What we are doing today is called full combat rebated steel. The weapons are real. The armor is real. The injuries are real. I promise it's happened. It hurts. It's not ketchup. Wait. All right?
Just face the general direction of the camera. It looks like it is.
Hello, everyone. Tis I, Craig Bielik with Crowd Surfing at the Renaissance Fair. You know, I almost threw my garbage in this thing because it was sitting there upside down. This is real. This is like metal. We got to talk to these people. This is real. I'm having a great time. I look at this. Look at my outfit. I'm a back witch. Back. Oh, don't make me use the sword, and especially don't make me hold it too long. All I can say is, man, I like it. I mean, honestly, this is a one cool costume. So, Vikings?
Yes, very good show.
Are you Ragnar?
I wish.
This is an awesome.
Stole my hairstyle though.
He really did. You know what? And the thing about it is, when you watch Vikings, you know he's got that wild hairstyle and everything, and it looks pretty cool. But there's like 8 guys out in Clinton that have the same hair right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Good, gentle. At your leisure.
A question ye might be asking yourself at this point is, who dressed this man this way? And the answer is right here. The fair maiden.
My name is Jessica.
Oh, Jessica, maid or maiden?
Yes.
Do you know what the? I don't really
or.
know.
Either.
Okay, the fair
I think that's kind of a
maidish.
personal question, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But you put me in this. Tell us about this. Tell us about this.
You're not going to come to many injuries on this one unless you really, really make me angry. This is a hefty piece of armor. This is solid leather on solid leather, put together with solid riveting, solid bolts.
I can't feel that at all. I mean, if she was poking me like in my T-shirt right now, I'd feel it. But I can't feel that at all.
This is real. It's all very authentic.
Yeah. She probably should be careful working with those rings down there. I mean, you know.
A little bit, yeah.
This is television. Well, tell me about your character and your costume.
I am Shanae the Barbarian, or the Beer Barian. I'm the guard at the front of the beard garden.
Aha, I see. I can see the tankard of ale at your hip.
It's empty.
It has been quaffed.
I've been taking care of it.
'Tis a hot day. It is no only natural to want refreshment.
Yes, it's very good. We got 4 different brews down there from the microbrewery from Wasatch Brewers.
Aha, and is this mead, I may ask?
The mead we don't have there today. We'll have it tomorrow.
Aha, very good.
Get him good.
So this is just one small sample of something that we have at Mass Costumes in our rentals department. We are capable of fitting anyone for any occasion, and if we can't, we'll do it anyway.
So you say you rent these, so explain that to me. Like, for how long, and I mean, what's the average cost? What if I wanted to rent this, say, for, just an afternoon for my wife and I?
With or without the sword.
Oh, we got to have the sword. We got to have the sword.
I'm going to let this go for probably $90. There is a security deposit just to make sure that we get it back, because if you run off and become a barbarian, then where's my armor?
Yeah. How often are you planning on coming to the fair?
We're hoping to be able to do this every year. We'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week this weekend.
Yeah. Did you make your costume?
Actually, my best friend made this. He did all of this by hand.
Really? He made that's a breastplate, right?
Yes.
It's always
The breastplate, the matching greaves, and the leg plates, and the bracers.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is terrific, and I need you to do an endorsement for the Renaissance Fair and tell people, come on out, okay?
All right. Come on out and enjoy the Renaissance Fair. Everything is here is a great time. Lots of beer, lots of fun, lots of different things to see.
Come on, how about it?
Good use of shield, sir.
Yeah.
We have items in our shop that run from $10 to $150, theater quality, Darth Vader theater quality.
Yeah.
So,
How did you get into this? I mean, were you walking down the street one day and you thought, you know what, I want to rent swords?
no, I've always liked swords. Swords have just always spoken to me for whatever reason. I've always loved costumes. I've always loved history. I've always loved dressing up. And I mean, this is better than wearing it to a mall.
There you have it. Yeah, I don't think I could get into the mall with this.
No.
I think the guy at JCPenney's would stop me. What do you think about my costume? I mean, check it out.
I like it. This is actually another piece that I have helped put together.
Oh, you did this?
This is the same guy who made this one.
You're kidding me. Who is this man?
His name is Bob Frent.
Bob Friend.
Yes.
Really? And he's your friend?
Yes, he lives out in
Bobville.
Yeah, Bobville. But he does a lot of great work just like that, and he makes weapons and armor and everything.
There you have it. Go ahead. Lift my sword.
I like mine better.
Oh, yeah. Well, where is yours?
It's right here on my shoulder.
Oh man, I am hankering for a sword fight. Could we? I mean, would you? Or is this?
That's actually the sword belongs to Mass Costumes, and I don't want to damage it.
Aha, so we can't damage it or anything. Let's just pose with it, okay?
It's not just the blade that can be a weapon.
We've all seen Captain America. Oh, that's like.
We're going to do some quick questions right now, okay? And this is one that we've been dying to ask people all along. So, do you think maybe you were reincarnated from a previous time?
I have no question about it. I'm almost 100% sure at some point I was a Hun.
A Hun?
Absolutely it had to happen.
Right. I mean, why a Hun? That's like an unusual. I mean, is that what your boyfriend calls you? Hey, Hun, come here.
No. Any boyfriend is smarter than that. Look out, bystanders.
I would like to point out for Sir Alvaro, the man in the black helmet, this is his very first rebated steel fight.
No, it's just I've always been attracted to the old Asian martial arts, just that part of history. So yeah, that one's definitely been a part of my life.
Okay, so you're pretty sure you were reincarnated.
Almost positive.
And this is an interesting answer because you said you were a Hun. Almost everybody says they were a prince or princess, even though there was only one prince every million people.
Yeah, there's 7 billion people on this planet right now. You can't all be royalty.
Well, maybe only royalty are reincarnated, huh? Do you think about that smart guy out there on the couch right now? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Well, thanks, Hun.
You're welcome, sir.
Did I almost hit you with my sword?
No, not at all.
All right, very good, very good. Tell me about yourself, your costume, who you are, why you're here.
Well, my name is TC, and I actually have a tent here that I sell all the goods that I'm wearing.
Oh, really? Okay, so like the tree necklace that you've got on right
Actually, no, that's actually a gift. So
Okay.
yeah, that's a gift. But the gypsy or the belly dancer outfit, that actually is being sold in my own store.
there? 'Tis Craig at ye old crowd surfing among the purple people. Who are we?
I'm Stacy Marble. I'm the entertainment coordinator.
Aye, a good job you're doing.
Well, my help's right there.
Oh, your help. Oh, she's wearing purple also. Be clad in purple. Why?
Be glad in purple because purple is the color of royals, sir.
I see. Are you royalty?
Sure.
Yeah. Wonderful outfit, if I say so myself.
Well, thank you, my lord.
Oh, I don't know that I'm actually a lord. What exactly was a lord?
A lord is a part of nobility as well as a soldier or a fighter or a knight.
Oh yeah, that's me, all right. But were they always sirs?
They were always considered as lords or sirs or gentlemen.
Or earls?
Or earls.
That is me, Earl E. Reiser.
Tis well.
The hat was made by my mom, who has medieval munchies, and she also made this.
Really? What are medieval munchies?
Oh, she makes Scottish eggs, and as well as Scottish eggs, she also makes shepherd's pie.
Really? So are you from this area, or do you come in for the fair?
Actually, I'm from this area.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Well, I love your accent. I mean, it is an accent.
Working on it all year.
So you don't actually talk like this?
No, actually, I'm Hawaiian Irish. But we try and stay in character as best as we can.
I think that's wonderful. I'm still having a bit of a problem trying to get into character and all that. The question I'd be asking people today, have you been reincarnated, and if so, what were ye?
Well, sir, I create a person called Sir William Pickering, and thusly I do believe I was a knight in a former life. I'm also the master of the list here as well, and the grounds crew coordinator.
I see. I'm reincarnated. I was once a knight also. Certificate, I was.
Okay. Of what?
Yeah. Wow. Certificate of authenticity.
Okay.
That was me name back in the day.
I see.
All right.
Yeah. Of course, I was a younger man, and I could actually lift this sword. Try this out.
This sword here, sir?
Yes, sir.
That's simple. It's just one hand such as this.
So tell us about your fantastic outfit.
Well, this gown was made by a friend of mine. This is more of a Spanish style, as you can tell by the Spanish design, the Spanish dress, but this is more authentic. as what a lot of the people during the time period would have worn.
Yeah. It's very beautiful, and I would imagine very hot and very heavy.
Very hot, yes, very heavy. It's probably about as heavy as thine outfit there.
That's thine that I am wearing at this moment, including thine river shoe keens.
The unusual sandal wear, I must say.
'Tis the work of the devil, if you ask me.
'Tis what I've heard.
Shoes that can be worn upon the dry and the wet? Nay, I say, not for this man.
Not for this man, of course, I'm sure.
Of course. Well, how can people find out about your business?
Actually, most people know us already because I advertise us as best we can on Facebook. We have business cards that we hand out, but as far as knowing who we really are, you just have to come down here, Slaterville, Marriott, whatever that is.
It's the Hamlet of Marriott, I believe.
Hamlet of Marriott, that's exactly it.
Well, this is a lot of fun. Are you doing good business?
We are doing fantastic business, and we're seeing all of our wonderful friends as well.
All right, there you have it. Why aren't you at the Renaissance Fair? Look, you could meet this very nice lady.
Here, all of you, get your derrieres over here.
There you go. Derriere, that's a Renaissance term.
I'm not sure, but it worked for me.
Hi. Well, as you can see, me night days are past, but but he's having a better time.
The true chest says, sir, if you can do this.
All right, I'm going to give it a try. Hello, Ogden Regional Medical Center. Be on standby if you would. Is this a lot of fun?
This is very much fun, yes.
How many years you been doing this?
This is my second year.
Yeah.
I am Lady Mary I. I was King Henry VIII's eldest daughter to his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Hence the Spanish style. My mother was from Spain.
I see.
Yes.
And did your mother end up being beheaded?
No, King Henry eventually divorced her, and she did live to be a right old age.
Ah, very good. Actually, I think beheading is probably quicker and much easier than divorce.
Hence, 2 of his wives were only beheaded, unfortunately.
Ah, so it's kind of a myth that he beheaded all of his wives.
'Tis so.
Yeah!
Right.
Oh, is it on the TV?
It is sorcery, taking a part of images and sending through the air. I'll have none of it.
Well, as awesome as we are. No, not really.
This is cool. Were you out there actually fighting?
Yes, I was. I fought 3 times. 3 times.
Yeah, and did you fight these guys right here?
Yeah. I fought him like 3 or 4 times today, and I fought him for the first time today. He hits like a brick. He's so
really
strong. He is so freaking strong.
Like a brick. I've never heard that. That is incredible. Of course, I've never actually been out to a Renaissance fair and seen this kind of fighting. Now, I have to admit, I've got a bit of an advantage because I sport a bigger nozzle than yours.
Oh, you think so, sir?
All right, here we go. You ready?
No, sir. Your arm has to be straight.
Oh, this is going to be my death on camera.
Okay, you move over this way then.
I was a part of every single one of his wives, where I was his first and eldest daughter, who was rightfully due for the throne. And I was queen for 5 years. And then, of course, Queen Elizabeth, who I understand thou mettest earlier, who is my half-sister. She was queen after me. But I was also known as Bloody Mary.
Oh, okay. I've heard of you.
You have heard of me, yes.
At breakfast, quite often.
Oh, my goodness. I have heard it's a foul drink. Is what has become of me.
Well, that is a real shame.
It is a shame.
How often do you guys do this?
This is my first time doing demo fights at a Renaissance Festival. I've done foam fighting for many, many years, and I just got into rebated steel, which is dull weapons, just this year. So this is my first time. I can't speak for these guys.
Okay, so what is foam fighting? Is it just like is it just like it sounds like you got the Nerf sword or whatever?
Yeah, it's just foam padded swords, and you just beat the tar out of each other.
Okay.
That's essentially it.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't speak to Sir Fights Like a Brick. Is that a compliment, by the way?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I prefer the sledgehammer, though.
Slightly bedtime.
Kind of on that. All right.
Slightly bedtime, yes.
Honey, it's all for the job. It's all for the job. I now have two noses. I am split from end to end. Okay, well, we must move on, but I would like to talk to your helper over here because she's clad also nicely. Tell me who you are.
I'm Inanna the Gypsy Queen.
Inanna?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was like an Indian bread. I am Inanna the Indian bread.
Yeah, I may go with that in another life.
I should say, why the mask?
Why the mask? Because it allows me to mess with people and they can't find me later that day and get revenge.
Well, that's right, because no one would recognize you without a mask.
I'm a masked crusader, a crusader of mayhem. So yeah, it's good to have an alter identity.
I was known to have killed a lot of Protestants in my time because I am, however, Catholic.
Well, you probably just scared all the Protestants watching out there. Of course, in Utah, that's like 4 people.
Tis what I heard. Tis what I heard.
Well, you have been a wonderful interview. Turn around. Let everybody take a look at that. No small feat to have made that kind of an outfit, ladies and gentlemen. Renaissance Fair. Crowd surfing, you're watching it right now. How much weight are you packing right now?
About 80 pounds.
Really? And you do this often?
Not often enough.
Not often enough?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to get opportunities like this. You can't wear it to the office, right?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah. Do you have a real job besides this?
I do.
Yeah, and what do you do?
I work at Thermo Fisher Scientific, make medical bags.
Well, you make medical bags. Okay, well, I think you could wear this. I don't know why you couldn't wear this to the office.
Yeah, I'm in a cleaning room, so this is a no-go for sure.
Yeah, and this is fun, right?
Very fun.
Yeah, and you hit like a brick. Okay, I tell you what. Look, I'm heavily padded. Okay, go for it.
Oh dear.
I mean, no, just a small brick if you could, please. Okay.
Okay.
Nana, did you make your outfit?
Parts of it, and a lot of it I've bought from vendors who are here at the fair.
Yeah.
We have wonderful artisans here who take a lot of pride in their products, and we love, even as a member who comes here, I like to support them. And so, yeah, a lot of my costume pieces are bought from people here.
That is pretty cool, and I don't think a lot of people realize all the things you can get out here. I didn't know that, like, you could get medieval munchies.
Oh, you can yes. If you want to taste wonderful food or wonderful drinks and treats, it's the place to come. Come dressed in your street clothes, and we will outfit you.
That's correct, because right behind us, look, I came in my street clothes.
That I'm not surprised.
I don't wear this many rings usually around me midsection.
Well, with that many rings, you could be a polygamist. You just need to start finding some women.
I'll start right here.
I've got a whole troop of gypsy belly dancers who love the bling, so it'd be great for you.
I think I would love them too. At the Renaissance Fair, and I run into these two fine people. Your names be?
Bree.
And?
Draz.
I see. Tell me about your costume.
I'm a magi.
Oh, a magi. What is that?
I do magic.
Oh, magic.
Oh, yes. I got told I was a lethal belly dancer. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean, but I'll take it.
I think that you're probably pretty well dressed for a belly dancer, although you have a little bit of lint or something there in your navel. It's actually metal lint.
Yeah, a little something.
Yeah, which you would expect at a Renaissance Fair, right?
It's a little shiny.
Yeah.
Just kidding. And may that be the last strike you ever take.
Okay, folks, I just want you to know I do this all for television over here. Standing by the banner over here. Who are we talking to?
I am Ben. I'm out of Pocatello, and guy over here, he actually makes a lot of this armor, and I'm his apprentice.
I see.
Shiny. Well, these aren't shiny, but I polished the armor for him. Yeah.
Polished armor and all that. You make this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And this is a hobby of yours, a business, both? What?
It started out as a hobby about 10 years ago, and then after that, it kind of blossomed, / some people could technically say I lost a bet, and it just spawned into something else, because at first I hated making armor because I didn't understand how to move the steel, and then beyond that, it more and more people saw what I could do, and they said, "Oh, here's some money, and make me something," and I went, oh, crap. Fine.
So here we have Lady Inanna. Inanna, who smells of ye sunscreen.
And I am not a lady. I am a queen, but that's not royal.
Oh, okay. Well, a quick question we're asking people here today at the Renaissance Fair is, do you really feel like you've been reincarnated? Were you in a different life?
In a different life? I don't know. I think it's just one continual life with moments of consciousness. So, was I reincarnated? Probably.
And so what were you in the other parts of your life?
I'm sure at one point I had to have been a redwood tree or a grove of aspens. I'm not going to limit it just to human things. I think that plants, because I have such a love for nature, I'm going to have to say that, yeah, at one point.
Are you a belly dancer?
No.
No. But are you going to try it or what?
Thinking about it.
Yeah. You are sporting a lot of metal, girl. You have metal in your nose. You have metal in your lip. You have metal in your navel. You got metal between your other metal there. And you've got metal on just about everything I can see.
I like metal. What can I say?
I should say. Is it hot, heavy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Dousing with water helps one immensely.
But this is fun, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah. And do you do this often?
Every year.
Every year, you?
You bet.
Yeah. Well, they need a magi. We need entertainment, don't we?
Most definitely.
I should say. This is a lot of fun. You guys carry on as magi and belly dancer-ish.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Now it's a full-fledged business. It's what I do full-time. It's what Ben does full-time.
Wow, this is really incredible. So you have a website, obviously, where people can find this stuff.
Not necessarily a website. I'm actually doing a lot of my business through other different types of websites, like the Armor Archive, some through there, and a lot of it's actually word of mouth.
So had you worked in steel before you took this on?
As far as rebated steel?
Well, I don't know what rebated steel is. I maybe you should explain. What is rebated steel?
Rebated steel is a term meaning that you have two guys or more in full suits of armor, and they're hitting each other with blunted weapons.
Okay.
Because for real sharp weapons, they cut through straps, they cut through padding, they do some bad stuff to armor, and we would like to keep our friends and continuously beat them over a period of time.
And I definitely would like to come back as an otter. I've thought about this a lot. A river otter, they swim in the snow. How great is that?
This is really weird because one time I went to a native Indian woman who told me that in a former life I had been an otter.
Oh my goodness.
I'm serious.
Could you teach me? Teach me in this lifetime, because certainly you have those memories.
You bet.
I will retain those memories in my next life, and then, yeah, you can be my otter master.
I will be schooling you upon otterness.
That sounds wonderful.
And all of you folks out there ought to be at the Renaissance Fair right now instead of watching television.
Smooth. That was smooth. That was a line almost as smooth as I could come.
Yeah, I'm a pro. This is what I do.
Yeah.
So, Holly.
Wait, here, let me fix this for you.
Such a perfectionist.
Yeah. It was, well, okay, it's good.
It's kind of back and forth. Holly, look at you.
Oh my gosh, look at me. I can't breathe, but I think it looks good, right, guys?
I think it looks awesome. And
I just lost like 40 pounds thanks to Laura.
And what did she put you in? I mean, this is a corset.
Laura, I think we need you in here. I am a wench, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I've always said that, Holly. I mean, I was like, before you were in this costume, I was saying that all the time. That Holly, she's such a wench.
That's why I think Tripp recommended it. I knew this was coming, but this is a beautiful costume. This is so much fun.
Well, I guess wench is kind of like a Shakespearean power word. You know, wench would be like, certain other terms that are of the vernacular now. But I think being a pirate wench or a saucy wench, what's wrong with wench? I mean, when you're the queen, you can cut off heads, but you more or less have to behave yourself. But a wench,
you get to get away with anything, right?
And when you sit there and you cause thousands of dollars worth of damage to them and their armor, they get a little bit angry and they pretty much take their toys and go home.
I can see that. I'm glad I know what rebated steel is now. I thought maybe it was like steel that had been like at a presidential debate,
Oh, absolutely not. If it was actually that type of rebated steel, it would be like politicians, never able to make a decision and just sit there.
There you go. Political commentary from the man who does rebated steel. This is absolutely wonderful. Here we go. Sir, tell me about yourself.
I'm Sir Landolf. I am one of the competitors in the equestrian games here. We are doing several games that were done in the Middle Ages to teach the knights and the horses how to behave in combat. We have some things, if you can see in the background here, we have some ring holders that hold a ring. They look L-shaped and they're upside down. We run down there with a lance and hit them with at full gallop, trying to pick off the rings.
So it's not a derogatory term then?
No, I don't think so. Isn't the wench the ones that did the bar and took care of everyone's drinks needs, or what did we do?
Well, rinks needs or others. We don't know, but they could do anything they wanted to.
I see. Okay.
There was those ones that fixed your carriage, the mistresses of tools, crescent winch.
Exactly. I have one of those at home. I actually know what that is.
And those that fixed G plumbing, pipe winch.
I think this is the first time I'm understanding what people are talking about.
And the really exotic one's the monkey winch.
So you guys didn't know you were going to get an education here today, did you?
I'm like taking notes. I am definitely keeping track of.
Talk briefly, if you could, about those helmets over there on the table.
As far as a lot of those helmets are concerned, we actually built a lot of those, depending on the gauge and what the person was personally wanting at the time. Anything from mild steel, stainless steel, and we're continuously trying to improve our business and getting into what's called spring steel, which is where you can sit there with the metal and heat it up to certain temperatures, and then as it cools down into its shape with all of the carbon that's in the steel, and you can take a piece of 20 gauge and have it be the same strength as 14, which is a lot thicker of a gauge, but you get to shave off the weight. So it makes it to where it is the elite suit, if you're trying for something like that. But then again, if you have a basic mild steel suit for the rebated combat that we do, you're looking at $2,000 to $4,000.
And then in this competition, we'll spin around, we'll grab a spear, and we'll throw it into the block, into the target, and we can score either 1, 3, or 5 points, depending on where we hit white, black, or red. And then we'll grab the quintain lance and hit the quintain and count the number of spins, and it's all timed.
That is incredible. And this was a game of the old.
Skills, game of skills. This is one of a part of what would encompass a joust. When they had them, they called them a grand melee. They would also run at each other with horses and knock each other off their horses, and then they would get into the grand melee, which would be mounted combat and clubbing each other. A lot of times it was really a club, a rebated sword, or just a Kobeln, which the Germans called it, which was just a club.
Holly, though, honestly, I've never seen you look more lovely.
Really? Well, thank you. And you look lovely yourself.
Well, it's amazing what...
I'm not yanking your chain. I'm being honest.
It's amazing what 80 pounds of leather will do for a man.
It does a lot.
Or even a near man.
Listen, Laura, did you do this too in your spare time?
Well, that one I can't say that I did. I think another manly man tailored that whole ensemble, but I think you sport it very well, Sir Knight.
Yes, you do.
Thank you very much. I actually feel completely different. Does this change you? Do you feel different?
I do. I feel like I'm, ready to go have some fun here. I feel like I fit in finally. I mean, walking back here, we walked back here together. Yeah. It was like going back in time a little bit, right?
Yeah. Way back in time.
Adds to it. I think you definitely have to dress up to come here.
Of course, anytime you come to Marriott, you feel like you're going back in time. That just happens.
I didn't want to say. It was one of my first times here, so,
Now, if you get a spring steel suit, you're looking at anywhere from, I'd say, $8,000 to $15,000.
I see. So business is good.
Business can be good, but at the same time, with the business that we have chosen, it's definitely a hobby for a lot of people. And sometimes, unlike your power bill, your food bill, sometimes we get put on the back burner. But,
of course.
We try and take and put out as best armor as we can to as many people as possible and get our product out there and, really show people what we can do.
And look over there. I mean, that is what kind of horse is that, first off?
He is half Arab, half Appaloosa. His name is Gus, and he is a fireball. That one is he just loves to run. And my horse here, this is Molly, molybdenum. Molybdenum is a mineral that is used to strengthen steel.
Oh man, I did not know that. Okay,
Chrome Molly.
That's what that's going to be my nickname from here on out. Molybdenum.
No, that's her name. You can't have it.
Oh, okay.
But we call her Molly. She was wounded in the list today. She hit one of these posts at nearly a full canter, and she tore herself. So we've got to take her home, and she got 30 stitches today. But
because this is real stuff.
Well, as close as we can get without really killing each other.
Yeah.
So how's your day been? Did you find some knights fighting? Because I have a sports guy here. Alan, our sports guy, is going to be doing some jousting or some fighting.
That reminds me, I need to check on his costume and see how Sir Knight's coming along here.
Okay.
He looks like he's doing quite well.
Oh.
Not too bad, huh?
So this is Alan Martindale. He is our sports broadcaster, podcaster, everything sports extraordinaire.
And he's going to do this. You've ridden a bull and all that other stuff, and now you're going to do this.
Yeah, this is the next challenge.
You're just you're going a little bit light.
All right.
Tonight, so you got to get your actual
around.
You know where I blew it though, Holly? I blew it with the shoes.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of came prepared. I don't know. Am I getting away with it with my shoes? What do you think?
Man, I think you have been one of the most articulate interviews I've ever had, especially for a steel guy. Looks like your knights over there are taking a banana break. They did that back in the old times.
Absolutely. You know, there's just nothing to be said about potassium in armor because, well, you know, when you get out of a rebated steel fight, you definitely have to get some food and water. Otherwise, it will not end well for you.
And here I am standing over here. These guys are trying to eat bananas, and I'm standing over here doing nothing about it. Hold my mic for me, would you?
Oh, my head's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was watching some of the fighting and all that kind of stuff, and it's pretty brutal, actually.
These guys with their live steel. There's a competition going on right now in Spain. Battle of the Nations is what they call it. And they club each other until they're on the ground or give up.
Wow.
And so that's a lot.
One clubbing would be me on the ground and giving up.
Yeah. Well, they pound at your knees and your elbows and things like that to get you out of the fight.
Half a clubbing then.
Yeah.
For me. A near clubbing would be me on the ground.
Swing past your head and that's it. I'm done.
And that's how I sound too, folks.
I heard that there's turkey legs. And I think I'm going to have to definitely lose this costume for that because I'm all about a good turkey leg.
Yeah, and you have a couple turkey legs. You're not going to be in that costume.
No.
Not very long. Although, I don't know. Let's see. We can take it up another notch.
Yeah, and then there's something with honey in it you were talking about. What's that?
Mead. Mead is fermented honey. So it's basically like beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm all over
some
it.
honey, right?
I'm on my way. Yeah. It's honey. Come on. It's honey.
Bill and I can drive you home, right? We'll make sure you get there, okay?
Yeah. Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast. How about you?
Yeah. Is this something you've done before, ever?
This is like my first time at Comic-Con, which we saw each other there. Yeah. That was my very first experiencing anything like that, which blew my mind. And then this is just a whole nother level. So it's really fun. I've never been one to like dress up or I was a ballerina growing up, so I did all of that and kind of got it out of my system when I was performing, but this is a blast.
I can see you be, I think this is wonderful. This is probably the only opportunity I ever have to say, hold my sword, wench.
I would love to. Here, should we I can't even, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see, let's get you on camera.
All right.
This is like for real. Oh, and you have like some orange hair going on.
Oh, yeah. Cut it into a mohawk this summer, so.
Okay.
You know what is so cool about an event like this is I see this nice young lady standing over here, and I thought, now she's interesting. I need to talk to her. And you said to me what?
That you interviewed me the third time today now.
Exactly. Now, not the third time today I've interviewed you, but
the third time of all.
I know because I ran into you at Comic-Con in character like way back in September.
Yeah.
Then I ran into you in character just a few weeks ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
You are into this, girl. Tell us. Okay, so I wouldn't have recognized you because of all of your different costumes. What are you doing today?
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. All right. Stealing from the rich and giving to the poor.
Or just giving to myself.
Oh, okay. This is fascinating. So, Molly over there, is that a relation of yours leading her around?
Well, she's kind of a goddaughter. She's my squire's daughter. I held her when she was a baby, would rock her to sleep, so she's kind of a goddaughter. But she was riding Molly when Molly was hurt. And so this is therapeutic for the both of them to be with each other, walking sedately through the list so that they can remember this. It was a happy time and not a painful, traumatic time. And so she's doing very well. Both of them are, actually.
I think this is awesome. More than you could ever even imagine to know out here at the Renaissance Fair. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Sir Carrot of Top we have here. We've just run into on here. What are you doing?
I'm getting dressed up. I'm going to do some sword fighting later on. I'm thinking. I'm kind of the sports guy, so they...
Duck your head there. There you go.
They decided they were going to dress me up in all this heavy stuff and see if I don't die.
Yeah. Do you have any experience sword fighting? I mean, some things like riding a bicycle, those kind of things, you can just jump right on and do. Sword fighting is one of those that you might want to, take a couple of swings before you get in there.
I've never picked up a sword in my life. Don't know what's going to happen. I probably will end up dead on the battlefield.
Now that will be good crowd surfing. Let me tell you, that will be awesome. Our first death, folks, right on camera.
Happy to help out any way I can.
Thanks for taking one for the team. You know what I think? I mean, at some point, wouldn't Robin Hood have kind of made all of the poor rich and all of the rich poor? I mean, wouldn't that?
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that? And then he would have had to
a cycle, an endless cycle.
Yeah. Maybe he could have just evened money out. Just kind of like they just like jack people on the highway and say, okay, I want to make everybody's money to be equal here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So you really get into this stuff.
I do get into this stuff. I am mostly at home. I'm usually lazy and I'm kind of lonely, but then when I go out to different conventions or fairs, I just get into it.
Yeah. And this is pretty fun, I think, huh?
It is. This is my 3rd year coming here, and I always come here just for the fun and the excitement, because you get to see like the jousts and then the fighting and then also the gypsy shows.
Renaissance Festival and the Fantasy Fair, Utah's official. Who do we have here?
Celeste.
And why are you here?
Just here with my family, and it's a lot of fun.
And you are dressed for it also.
I used this for when I was the national queen. I needed a red dress, and my mom and I made it up out of a costume because we didn't have any money.
And you fit right in. What do you think, Friar? Does she look the part?
She certainly does. From my standpoint, anyway.
Yeah, and you are a friar too. Who are you?
Friar Ed.
Friar Ed?
Yep.
I'm glad that I like that. Friar Ed. What was a friar?
Oh, well.
One of those things that they deep cook chicken in, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things that are on the back of the grill that you usually submerge food in oil for a period of time and let it go for a while.
Yeah, like that.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Do you come out as friar all the time? Do you have other costumes?
Right now, this is the only costume I have for the fair, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know what a friar was, Cece?
I think so. I used to really like a book series that had it had an abbey in it, and it had like all the monks and the friars and people in it.
An abbey. And lots of other stuff too. This is chainmail. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay.
My middle school history class, that's about the only thing that sunk in.
Yeah.
The chainmail, but.
Yeah. And chainmail was for what?
It was to protect you from the swords, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because I mean, this stuff is hard and heavy. I'm not sure a blade could get through that very easily.
Yeah.
I'm sure it could if someone was very determined, but it's kind of difficult.
I so want to try right now. I'm not kidding you. I've got a blade right here. I would love to put this to the test. Come on, let me see if I can run you through. Is that all right?
Hey, you got to take a number, man. There's a lot of people waiting to run me through.
Well, good luck to you. We'll be probably catching it on film a few minutes.
Right. Great. There'll be evidence. That's awesome. I'm excited about that.
Look at that fight behind us right now.
I don't know which.
I mean, that is a fight.
It is a fight.
All right. Are you planning to be here like often?
Actually, every weekend.
Every single weekend. As Robin Hood, different character, what?
Probably Robin Hood, or I'll probably just do like a sci-fi take on Renaissance, like River Song from Doctor Who.
Well, and that's okay here because this is also a fantasy fair, not just Renaissance.
Not just Renaissance, fantasy, and all things, basically.
All things it is. Look at my outfit. What do you think?
I think it's awesome.
Really? You see that? I got an endorsement right here from this nice lady.
So you should probably do this every day.
I should. The only thing is I don't think I could lift this thing every day. Check out this sword. I mean, just kind of...
It's not heavy at all.
It's not heavy at all? All right, now I feel terrible. Well, we're going to go back to watching the action behind us, which is incredible. And thank you for talking. I'll bet I'll run into you somewhere else.
Probably.
Yeah, I should say. That's interesting.
There's a difference between a monk and a friar.
Really? What is the difference?
You know, the monks...
Guy over there said friars taste better.
Monks usually take care of the abbey. They take care of a small, I don't know what you would call that. The church, and the friar would take care of the people. So they're out and amongst the people to take care of them.
Very good. Well, I think he makes a convincing friar, Cece, but he's missing one thing. Do you know what a friar tuck is?
I have no idea.
Well, it's a particular kind of haircut. I mean, he's almost got it, but he's not quite there. He's got a little too much on top. Would you mind taking some off? There you go, Cece. Hold still there, Fryer. We're going to make you much more into costume, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, before we behead somebody, we're going to say goodbye from crowd surfing at the Utah Renaissance Festival and Fantasy Fair. And you know what? Why aren't you here? You could meet Cece, you could meet Fryer, and you could meet me, Circumference, because I've been around. Do you get that, Fryer?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah? There you go.
I see what you did there.